we got our composting bin yesterday, so it's in a box. We got to put it together. So I'm going to lay out all the pieces and get started. Yes, Papa. Oh, Homestead Guardian got sheared yesterday, so we're nice and clean. Anyway, let's get started. Okay. You are sweet. Yes, Papa. Make this hard. You know that? You make this a little hard. Okay. The instructions don't show you where any of the screws go. Like this metal frame that we put together, you can see I've got like all the screw holes lined up, but it doesn't say which ones go there. I guess we can assume the longer ones of these that we have here in the packet, but then there's a lot of other screws in here and washers and nuts and all kinds of stuff. We have more pictures. I'm guessing someone else complained about the previous instructions, and so instead of reprinting the instructions, they decided to include a little diagram where the screws go. Okay, I'm just going to try to get these in here and get them hand tight, and then I'll come back with a wrench and deal with it. So it's actually pretty lightweight so far, and it feels pretty sturdy. Obviously all these little panels are plastic, and then the frame, and then the rotation tumbler part is metal. Okay, so I have a screwdriver, and a pair of pliers. I'm just going to tighten these bolts that I went in and put in hand tight. Okay, so got all the nuts screwed on the frame. There's 8 of these panels that go around. There's a top panel that slides open for your 2 compartments. So I have that on top, and the instructions show to make sure this vent is up on both sides, which it is. And then you have this center partition, and there's holes here you got to line up. We got 56 of these screws to put in, and one thing it says to make sure, there's a little slot on the underneath side. You got to make sure that this center partition is in that little slot, and then you just got to screw these in, and it looks like they overlay all the way around. One of the hardest parts is making sure that that center piece is lined up in there. And then, if this were a man putting this together with hands larger than mine, some of these spots are really tight because of all the stuff that's on the inside with the molded plastic. So I would recommend someone with a small pair of hands get in, especially on the screws that are right next to the center partition. And then now that we're getting a few panels on, the weight of it wants it to flip over. So you just got to keep a hand on it. So I got the screws in, everything looks good. I just want to show you the front. So we have 2 compartments, and there is a divider in there. There's this cover that slides on, and it has a plus sign on one side and a clock on the other. So when you slide it in, the plus side tells you this is the side I'm adding to, this is the side that's cooking right now. And then obviously you can just flip it the other way depending on which side is your add side. So I thought that was pretty neat. Anyway, so I'm going to get this outside, and I have a lot of stuff in the kitchen and outside that I've been collecting, so we'll get this going.